Elisa Lam's solo trip to Los Angeles was supposed to be a break, a personal escape from the heaviness of her thoughts. She needed space, distance from her racing mind. She was young, bright, a university student from Canada, and her heart yearned for adventure. She chose the Cecil Hotel because it was cheap, centrally located, and historic. But history is heavy, especially in places where darkness lingers in the walls like damp rot. The moment she stepped into the lobby, something felt wrong. The yellowed lights flickered overhead. The carpet smelled moldy, like water damage soaked into the wood decades ago. The man at the front desk barely looked up. When she received the key to room 506, the elderly woman behind counter muttered, "If you hear things at night, don't worry. Some things have always been part of this place." The first night was sleepless. Unease gnawed at her. Shadows in the corners moved when she didn't look. The second night, her belongings had been moved. Nothing major, but just enough to question herself. Her laptop, which she was certain she'd shut down, glowed in the dark. The third night, everything spiraled. The elevator didn't work right. Surveillance footage showed her inside, frantically pressing buttons, peeking out, hiding in corners, as if she were trying to escape from someone or something. But no one else was there. At least, no one the camera could see. Her behavior was erratic. Some said she was having a breakdown. Others believed she was being chased. Her journal told another story. "Something's following me. It talks through the walls. It watches from the mirrors. It doesn't care if I lock the door." On the 14th day of her stay, Elisa vanished. Her room was untouched, her suitcase still there. The police searched the entire hotel. Every room, every hallway. They found nothing. The elevator video was released to the public. Millions watched it online. People obsessed over her hand gestures, her panicked eyes, the door that refused to close. Then, guests began to complain about the water. The pressure was low, the taste strange, the color dark. Maintenance went to the rooftop to check the water tanks, and that's where they found her. Inside one of the 4 water tanks was Elisa Lam, naked, floating, eyes open. The lid was closed. The tank could only be accessed by a locked rooftop door and a heavy metal hatch. There were no signs of a struggle, no bruises. The official report called it accidental drowning. But how did she get there? Why would she climb inside a tank, alone, undressed, and then somehow close the lid from the inside? Some blamed her mental health. Others believed something much older, much darker, was at play. The Cecil Hotel had a long, violent past. Suicides, murders, disappearances. It had housed serial killers. Rumors said the building itself was cursed, alive, even, feeding. They say Elisa wasn't alone in that elevator. They say something unseen was beside her, leading her up to the roof. To this day, the water tanks are gone, but the rooftop remains. Locals swear they still hear the elevator moving late at night, stopping at floors no one called it to. Footsteps echo in the halls of the 5th floor, and sometimes the pipes moan with a voice that sounds like it's crying out, calling for help. No one truly knows what happened to Elisa Lam, but one thing is certain: she never left the hotel.